Hi, I'm Wade Kaler, Executive Director of FCSI the Americas. We are so excited about our upcoming conference in Montreal taking place April 21st through the 24th. If you've never visited, I strongly suggest you make plans to either come before or stay a little bit after the conference. It's an amazing city. Speaking of amazing things, we've got an amazing hotel room rate at the Hotel Bonaventure in downtown Montreal. The nightly rate for the hotel is only 189 Canadian dollars per night, which is equal to about 143, 145 US dollars per night. And that rate is good for 3 days before the conference and 3 days after the conference. So again, I highly recommend you take advantage of those rates to explore the city on your own, either before or after the conference. This video isn't just about the hotel though. We realize that travel across the borders has been very confusing over the past few months. So I wanted to start this travel series of videos. I plan to send out a video every couple weeks up to the conference just to keep you up to date on what the current standards are to travel across the border. So when it comes to restrictions, here we go. To enter Canada as of today, February 18th, the testing required for vaccinated travelers are an antigen test performed by a health-based provider within 24 hours of arrival into Canada. Now, if 24 hours is going to be a little bit of a difficulty, say you're flying up on a Monday or something, you can also get a PCR or an NAAT test done within 72 hours of your arrival. So it doesn't matter which one of those three you want to use, all of them will work, but the antigen has to be done within 24 hours. The PCR and the NAAT have to be done within 72 hours. You can get these tests done at any of your local testing centers or Walgreens, CVS, other pharmacies, and some major airports. The at-home test, however, will not work unless you've got a health provider using it with you. So if you just take the test at home and you look at it and it says negative, that won't work. You have to use a provider to give you the authentic documentation saying that you tested negative. The other caveat on this is if you are vaccinated and you've had COVID like myself, and you've tested positive with a health-based provider, then you can use that positive test as long as it's taken place within the past 180 days. That test can take the place of a current test before you travel. I would also recommend that you go to your local primary care physician and get a doctor's note saying that you've recovered from it, regardless of when you tested positive. At this point, I don't know that you absolutely need it, but I don't think it would hurt either to go into Canada or to return back to your home country. No matter which test you go through or don't test because you've tested positive in the past, you do need to download the mobile app called ArriveCan. Once you've downloaded that mobile app, all you'll really need to do is submit your vaccination card and your test results to it. It'll let you know that you've been approved and then you're welcome to get into the country of Canada. Depending on which airline you're going to come in on, you may have to do another mobile app for them. I know with American Airlines myself, I did it twice last year going into Canada. I had to do a separate one for them. Very similar situation, just upload the photo of your vaccination card and your test. All of those are very easy to navigate through the system. A couple items to keep in mind. If you are not vaccinated, you must meet certain criteria within the Canadian government and test upon arrival to Canada. In addition to the testing when you arrive, you must quarantine for 14 days prior to the conference. I can tell you that the reasons for getting in if you are unvaccinated are very few. Therefore, if you are unvaccinated, then there's a very good chance you may not be able to get entry into Canada. Make sure to clear that before you book your airfare and hotel. If you need a test to go back to your home country, we will have free testing during the entire conference. We are offering antigen tests available throughout the entire conference, free of charge. That way you can get tested and be able to go home without having to worry about where, how much, or anything. We want to make this process as easy and seamless as possible for all of our attendees. Click on the link below to give you more information of what applies to whichever country you're going to come to Montreal from. We've got some great sessions planned, and of course, we've got some great parties planned for you. So we really hope to see you in April. I'll be back in 2 weeks to let you know what updates have been taking place since then. But until then, as I always say, cheers.